Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Future of Healthcare presentation from SenzMate AIoT Intelligence Labs on the future of healthcare. My name is Ruben Kanabadi Pillai. I am the Global Business Head for SenzMate AIoT. And I will be joined by Miller Alexander, who is a COO of the SenzMate AIoT. Today's session will be recorded and shared with all of you audience. We will start with a brief video at the beginning.
Healthcare incorporates expertise and compassion to craft a narrative that uplifts lives. Our approach harmonizes cutting-edge technology with human care, ensuring personalized journeys for us all. We envision a future where healthcare transcends boundaries, reaching individuals wherever and whenever. Our goal is to redefine convenience, inclusivity, and affordability. Personalization is key. Every interaction is tailored to build trust through understanding and connection. Our compass is people. We shift towards a people-first approach, co-creating an ecosystem that resonates with their needs. Innovation drives us. Technologies like AI empower providers to deliver precise, holistic care, enriching lives and giving our heroes more time to extend their expertise. Leadership is empathy. We integrate access, experience, and outcomes with empathy, putting people at the heart of every decision. Let's work together to humanize healthcare. Reach out to us at SenzMate and embark on a journey to redefine the future of compassionate and innovative healthcare.
In today's session, I will be talking about how leveraging AI and IoT technology in healthcare is going to be impacting this world. Then Miller will come into and giving some example of how this trend is happening in the world, as well as what are the work SenzMate AIoT Lab doing in this one. We have worked with many customers and many products we have collaboratively developed, and we'll give some example as well as the testimonial of it. And then we will go into the detail of the technologies, which underlying technologies on these areas to share with you. And then we'll start and conclude with what are the some perks to collaborate together between SenzMate AIoT Lab and your company to develop and take this one to the market. Okay, so as some housekeeping part of it, so there is a chat function where you can put your questions as we go through it, and we have some people are continue to monitor that, and we will be answering some of those questions during the presentation, as well as at the end hopefully we'll have about 10 to 15 minutes to interactively answer that. If you could not answer some of your question, we will be reaching out with a Q&A at the end as a document, and we will share with you through that. And in the meantime, you can always reach out to Miller or myself through our email or as well as through our LinkedIn connection to see and learn more about how SenzMate IoT as well as the healthcare world is changing with AI and IoT. If you look at it, there are so many changes are happening in the world. But if you look at it from a healthcare point of view, when we talk to the CIOs and the people working on this field, the 97% of the healthcare executive believes the continuous changes in healthcare more than in other field of work. So the healthcare, which is the market size wise, it is in hundreds of billions of dollars, which is being invested and optimized. So because of that, there has to be so much changes happening. And this is an opportunity for all of you to jump into that. And I'm sure that is the reason, one of the reasons you joined this one. You are mid to small level companies who are trying to get into this and take a small portion of the small portion of this, the large pie, and how you can go and innovate. So that is where we are going to talk about the trend as well as how we can help and collaborate together. If you look at it, last few years, there has been significant change in healthcare and how AI as well as technology has been transferring. If you look at the first three, highest priority ones, has not changed for last 3-4 years. The first one is the most important one, which we believe, as well as most of the people believe, the data and analytics architecture and tools are changing this one significantly because of this significant data and the ability of with the AI and the technology. When they marry together, we will be able to do many things more efficiently and more customer centric. The second one is the cyber security. If you look at the medtech part of it, there is a patient, there is a privacy, as well as there are so much happening in when you connect everything to the internet, there are cyber security concern and all that. So that is a second part. The second one is the third one is the technology is good. How the patients looking at the technology, how they are able to interact, and how they are believing that this technology is going to help them, and then they can easily interact with them. And then, because now if you look at it, there are people go ahead at Google and and nowadays with Chat GPT, they can ask questions. But how do you trust those results, and how do you work together with that? So that is one of the area. On top of that, we will talk later about how the interoperability. Because, if you look at it, healthcare has been investing billions of dollars on the equipments and the devices and the technology. Currently, we are changing everything. So how do we make sure the newer technology works with existing devices and existing solution is important. And we have a solution for you also. So if you look at it, it is important to see how the new technology is helping each other, as well as if you look at it 3 to 5 or 10 years ago, even the physician, the doctors were not very keen on getting into technology because they were focusing on it. But with the COVID and with various changes happening in the last 3 to 5 years, and they are adapting it very well. Now, how do we enhance their user experience from a consumer point of view? And how do we get them to go and work together with technology to extract the maximum value on that? Go to the next slide, please. So if you look at it, the challenge point of view, the cost is going. I mean, I live in US, I live in Silicon Valley. The cost is the most concerning part of it as the population get older and there are so much medical requirement coming into play. So how do you control that cost? And that is where some of the technology will be able to help. The second part of it, with the COVID, as well as the cost of living, there are workforce shortages in all different parts of the healthcare industry. And how do we work together using technology as a helpful to enhance the workforce shortages? The other one is, people are all aware of it with COVID, which got exposed, the supply chain disruption. How do you get product and tools to everyone? As well as how do we make sure there is no, when healthcare is very critical for people's survival, how do we get this one to the end people, cleanly and with efficiently? The last one is access to the access. If you look at it, I live in US and people tend to think it's a very advanced technology. But if you look at it, the rural area in US, there are still so much challenges happening in having good healthcare. what I heard lately is there are so many emergency rooms, so many healthcare part of it is closing in the rural area because the lack of doctors, lack of accessibility. So with the technology and able to people remotely able to do that, and there is going to be a so significant enhancement on their delivery is healthcare. And now I'm going to hand it over to Miller, who is going to get into more detail of all this technology trend and the use cases.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Great pleasure to meet you all. Thank you so much for joining today's session. So my major goal to cover talking about the trends and how the global segment moving towards that, and especially how SenzMate can support on each trend expansion, and what are the technologies we use for the collaborations in the future. So medical technologies can be separated into major two sectors: diagnostic and therapeutic. Diagnosis technologies that identify and understand diseases or health condition. Example like imaging devices or blood tests, genetic testing or monitoring devices such as wearable or smart scales and so on. So technology basically focusing on creating an efficient early detection and accurate diagnosis, informing treatment decisions, enabling preventive measures, or improving clinical research. So those are the areas technology majorly consider on diagnosis side of it. Other hand, therapeutic technologies focus on treat and manage diseases or health conditions, such as pharmaceutical, as you all know, and medical devices like surgical robots or pacemaker, prosthetic technologies, and radiation therapy, and so on. And the expectation of technology would be elevating the symptoms, slowing down disease progression, curing diseases, improving quality of life, and reducing healthcare costs. Especially at this moment, it's mostly about convenient and comfortable, making more comfortable technology. So especially for healthcare industry. So this particular presentation is mostly based on an independent survey from 150 medtech senior executives from Advatech Medical Health Center of Excellence to identify the healthcare trends and opportunities what we analyze for. Based on the results, they have identified 4 major trends and in the sector, especially considering consumer as patient as a consumer. Patients are now consumers of healthcare technology and selecting technology based on demand. The second trend is caring anywhere, everywhere, such as virtual therapy. So this is obvious due to a pandemic situation. We all aware of the need for this virtual therapy and taking care from everywhere, anywhere. Third one, the rise of digital technologies such as internet connected medicine, or medical equipments. So this is a new trend and era with the use of technology and advancement of the industry itself. Finally, the new regulation pathways. Regulations are changing rapidly as technology is improving, like public, private, and hybrid cloud platform with HIPAA compliance, and that help you to health tech development safely and encrypted throughout the process by protecting the privacy of your patients and your consumers. So a lot of major tech companies figure out this need and trends, and they are heavily investing into the healthcare tech. For an example, I take 3 different companies who are major giants on this health tech industry, like Terra from Microsoft, Google Med Health, which is from Google, and GE Healthcare, which is majorly on healthcare equipment manufacturing side of it. So let's consider Google. So you all know with the Gen AI technology advancement and the possibility of Google API, especially on the image and vision technology, they have do wonders on this sector. Especially Google Healthcare AI models called MedLM, that is improving preclinical researches and development using AI, giving doctors a 48 hours head start to life-threatening illnesses. And video technology is an illustrative depiction of possibility of interacting with Gemini based on real multimodal and AI models, multi-AI models, prompt and outputs from testing data. So MetLM is with Benchy, a company which is using AI technology to solve problems in the drug discovery with a combination of drug elimination, manual laboratory testing while simulating millions of possibility and combination. And Google Health Engine basically building an augmented reality microscope, so which is embedded into real-world computer vision platforms, accurately diagnosing a early stage of cancer growth. So, and there's very interesting options they have come up with. For example, you're all familiar with the mobile-based selfie and its possible effects we can find, identifying different layers of and depth. Like you can change your background without changing anything on your front selfie. So similar to selfie cameras and effects, they have come up with selfies, which is basically a cell coloring machine learning aid technology without any sort of a staining dye implementing within your genes and cells, creating more detailed cell level diagnosis and differentiators. So you don't want to infect anything with glowing coloring or dyeing process for your cells to identify and differentiate healthy and unhealthy cells anymore. And talking about Microsoft, especially Azure Terra, enables precision medicine and connected care. Terra uses sensors such as headphones that can explore new avenues of input and interaction with patients. So taking towards GE Healthcare, so they are the giants of medical equipment manufacturing. So GE basically introduced a next level of next generation of Edison. Edison is a digital health platform. So this implement AI and embedded AI systems in the image, radiology, scanning equipments, and data management, create an ecosystem of healthcare technologies across the product line. So let's explore this more in detail. We'll explain few applications that at SenzMate lab we built and how it's tap into the market trends using these technologies. So let's go through the trend one by one. So we come up with 4 different trends from the executives analysis. So the first one, the consumer as a patient or patient as a consumer. People are no longer anticipating healthcare as being one way or one size fit for all transaction. Rather, they are demanding a combination of factors. These technologies allow for continuous engagement, how people manage their personal wellness. They want to relate or treat safely, equally with understanding. So we use multiple technologies. For example, let's exploring how cutting-edge generative AI is making healthcare more personalized and customized for individuals. So Gen AI is making a wave in health tech, holding immense potential, revolutionizing healthcare across various aspects. We are using large language models with private data sets, developed AI-powered treatment planning tools that can help healthcare professionals to develop personalized treatment plans for patients. These tools could take into account patients' individual medical history, genetic makeup, and response previous treatments. We collect data set from medical records, interviews from friends and families, and real-time observation, and pre-trained AI models generate personalized short-term. That's the ultimately important. It's not about talking about next 2 years you use this medicine. That's not the case anymore. People need care which is very short-term, real-time evaluation, and customize your medication, dietary plans, and your activity plans accordingly. So additionally, AI works as a frontline information collector. So there are 2 things we're working, especially with Gen AI on the medical industry. So one is personalizing healthcare plans within short-term periods. And additionally, we're working on a frontline information collection that can turn and gather data into elaborated medical reports and recordings using Google Met LM models. So especially on patient handoff from one nurse to another nurse, especially in a healthcare center, or a doctor transmit their patient to another hospital, transfer their patients to another hospital. The records can be elaborated in detail using AI. So small points and drafted notes can be converted into more elaborative medical reports, and with recommendation of remedies and dialogues for the doctors to interact directly with the patient's record itself. So there's another use case, interesting case study I would like to explain, that we are implementing personalized wearable technologies in the elder's care homes, which enable personalized indoor movement monitoring, fall detection, and automated emergency calling and support. The active state of the elderly person will record it and create a heat map for the weekly reports, which elaborate individual's health condition and explain whether the patient or the person has a normal body balance. We are developing BLE technologies and LoRa technology mesh, a combination, enabling the state-of-the-art edge computing infrastructure within the elders care home centers to make sure each individual monitored 24/7 without any blind spot. So which gives a personalized care for individuals regarding their health, their balance, their safety, and at the same time, it's create a plan to understand whether they are safely having a body balance throughout. So the second trend, care anywhere, everywhere. As consumers increasingly expecting to receive care how, where, and when they want, healthcare is increasingly expanding from hospitals to their ambience of their home care. The need for remote, long distance, and virtual therapeutic platforms become a trend, and beyond the convincing, beyond the convenience, the care become more accessible, and access for healthcare opens up new era of taking quality medicine to rural part of this world, especially South Asia, Southeast Asia, or Africa. Whatever the same technology or same kind of medicine you find in US or UK can be reached through virtual technologies. So that's a huge opportunity which opens up new doors for us in technology. So let me talk about a couple of examples how may take part in the medication beyond hospital environment. So advanced computer vision technologies we're using and embedded AI-enabled wearable devices as a combination. We give it's a playground for an IoT company like SenzMate. Remote monitoring and evaluation of exercises and yoga practices for Parkinson and stroke paralysis. Patients become much easier with technology. So starting from providing exercises and instructions, monitoring whether the patient's doing it right or doing the right postures, keeping the perfect measured records and record keeping and logging. So AI assists both doctors and the patients with ease. Please listen to one of our SenzMate trusted partner, Jogo Health, says about our approach and how we applied AI at Jogo.
Hi. My name is Siva Nadaraja, President and co-founder of Jogo Health. Jogo is a digital therapeutics and a medtech company that uses wearable sensors and AI to treat neuromuscular conditions and chronic pain, being stroke recovery, Parkinson's disease, migraine, urinary incontinence, fecal incontinence, chronic constipation, and various other conditions by retraining your brain with your muscle signals to basically retrain through the process of neuroplasticity. So AI and health tech is an important area. I just came out of the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference in San Francisco. The number one topic that was discussed is AI and health tech and healthcare, how AI can help find new drugs or accelerate drugs to market, and incorporating AI into software and techniques, medtech like ours, how it's going to help cure more diseases and detect diseases faster. So when we had a need to develop a vision-based AI software to track movements of patients who are basically doing physical therapy and exercises, we were looking for a vendor, we were looking for a technology company that could use vision AI and machine learning. And we found out SenzMate through one of our mutual connections, and initially we gave them a small prototype to develop, and they did a fantastic job analyzing human movements through vision AI and machine learning to help someone just do physical therapy virtually with the help of a phone camera. And then we ended up giving them the entire project, and they delivered on time, and they were fantastic to work with, and we're still engaging them on an ongoing basis. The product has matured enough now. It's getting rolled out at many hospitals as well as clinics in the US, and we are so proud of them, and I would recommend SenzMate very highly. Thank you.
So I would like to highlight a demonstration of Joho project. So one of the important part of health tech data, it's all about privacy. So there's an important area of de-identification mechanisms we have implemented on their platform. So all these computer vision based applications through your personal mobile phone don't take a single video or a frame of your own picture. It will make you while you are practicing or exercising, it will make your entire body into a skeleton form by understanding your body structure. Only the skeleton form of records will be uploaded to the cloud for further analysis or posture recognition, posture understanding, and so on. So that's a very challenging and a very interesting use case. Allow to show you a demonstration how it works. So that's especially a demonstration of computer vision AI and taking your physiotherapy healthcare services from your hospital environment to your comfort of your home. So the third trend, as we identified, the rise of digital technology. The rise of digital technology improves efficiency in both diagnosis and therapeutic sector as we explore under the global tech giants, health tech initiatives. We have identified this opportunity of new technologies. Modern technology is pushing the medical industry to the edge. We identify very few niche areas on this. There are multi-million-dollar medical equipments that is built with cutting-edge internet connectivity and data generation. But our interest is mostly into creating a bridge between existing legacy infrastructure or old machineries, which cannot be changeable for 90% of the healthcare industry organizations around the world because of the expense. And we try to meet the new connected world for these old technologies. Let's see how the simple technologies are filling the gap between old versus new. So traditionally, medical equipments often rely on analog dials or display crucial information like vital pressure gauges or dosing setting, while these dials offer simplicity and reliability. This pose challenge in data acquisition. It's integrated into modern digital healthcare system. This is where embedded AI-powered computer vision comes in, revolutionizing the way we interact with the interpreted analog data in the medical field. So basically how it works, a simple Jetson Nano powered or AI powered cameras hardware, which is 24/7 monitoring the analog display, the lights, colors, gauges or graphs, and the numbers. So this will be translated into the cloud directly through AI understanding. So if any emergency comes in, any alerts or protective mechanisms of emergency calling supposed to be happen, without having the internet connectivity like the new devices or the multi-million dollar expensive equipments, the old analog machines also now can communicate real time. So this simple technology, our interest is mostly on not to create huge machineries with millions of dollars, creating affordable technology to create a hybrid and filling the gaps. The second use case, replacing expensive sports camera and IR monitoring system with a simple embedded AI wearable system that can create an affordable alternative for even for a school level sports team can use. You're probably familiar with the accelerometer and gyroscope sensors, which you can find in your iPhones or mobile phones. These are the same sensors we use to guide throwing games athletes, especially in javelin, shot put, hammer, and discus throwing abilities athletes. The BLE technology, wearable sensors, measure the maximum momentum point and the deviation between the release point versus the optimum angles you have to throw, and plenty of other parameters. What angle you are currently throwing, what would be the benchmark angle to reach the maximum length. So all those analysis gives a guidance, what's your current posture and how you're supposed to correct yourself. So this is done by simple wearable technology in your limbs and joints. You throw it, which will create a complete skeleton map of your body, how and when you have to release and what's the angle you have to release. So it's a simple mechanism, even a school kid or a sports team can afford it. So this is how we simply making a large innovation, large expensive mechanism with modern technology that made it easy. So finally, the important part, new regulatory pathways. Data security and compliances are crucial, cornerstones of successful digital healthcare ecosystem. By embracing robust security practices, staying involving and in the regulation field, and prioritizing patient trust, healthcare institutions can unlock full potential of real-time data while safeguarding the sensitivity of information. All of our health tech platforms using HIPAA compliance could cloud platforms like Google Healthcare. We use Google Healthcare in most of the cases. And as you saw in the demonstrated video of Jogo Health also, we have enabled a strong encryption and de-identification mechanism to handle any form of image, video, text that can carry a patient data. So we just need the skeleton body or the sketch of the person's doing exercise. We don't need the exact person's features or the face or the informations or anything. So for us, it's just a skeleton body. It could be for anyone. So that de-identification happens locally within the patient's devices itself or patient's environment, edge environment itself. So whatever we are pushing towards cloud, and the cloud is supposed to be HIPAA compliant, It's supposed to keep regulations inside. At the same time, the encryption and de-identification is supposed to happen local environment itself. So you'll be protecting our patients and the data in multiple ways. SenzMate believe regulations create opportunities with technology, and it keeps compliance as competition. Let's see one of our early opportunity that comes along with the pandemic. This is a simple technology improving physicians' hand hygiene compliance. So, forgetting to wash your hands. The COVID band is a sleek little sidekick that here to keep you your workplace COVID free. So basically, that's the entire process is all about. This smart wristband gently nudge you with a reminder to transforming hand washing hygiene into a fun challenge with real-time progress tracking. So every wash become a victory dance celebration by the band cheering display. No more guesswork. Either WHO hand washing guidelines are built right into it with embedded AI mechanisms to ensure every scrub is a champion level clean. For businesses, it's a game changer. For the COVID ban, form a shield against the invincible enemy, promoting cultural health and building confidence within your organization. So I like to show a small demonstration how it's look like.
There have been 753 million confirmed
AIoT technology company, from hardware to software to the wearable technology to the embedded AI, which is 100% in-house made.
And spreads primarily through respiratory droplets. To combat this common, the easiest way is hand washing with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Although it is the easiest way, many people need a reminder as they tend to forget to wash their hands. To encourage hand washing practices, we at SenzMate collaborated with a UK medtech company and developed a wearable device. The COVID band. A fashionable and wearable band with built-in sensor. This amazing band reminds you to wash your hands at regular intervals. Track your hand washing habits. And you never have to worry about missing a step. Real-time data monitoring technology. Synchronize your activities with the cloud server. You can wear it wherever you go and always be reminded of the importance of hand hygiene. The COVID band also provides data and insights into your hand washing habits, allowing you to monitor your progress and make changes as needed. By utilizing this cutting-edge technology, you can not only keep ahead of COVID-19, ensure that your hand hygiene remains at its best, promoting your overall health and well-being.
So there's another use case I would like to take on, seeing the regulations as an opportunity. WHO has implemented strong regulation policies on good manufacturing practices or good storage practices and good distribution practices. And they also maintain one of the most comprehensive set of regulations related to the storage, handling, and transportation of time and temperature-sensitive pharmaceutical products. During the pandemic, ensuring proper vaccination handling, storage, and distribution become a massive challenge for developing nation governments, especially like countries like Sri Lanka and India. To address this, we have implemented a cold supply chain monitoring platform designed for cold rooms, refrigerators, reefer trucks, even for mobile vaccination boxes, which is carrying a COVID vaccination. This system ensures vaccinations remain under the right conditions every step. Our cloud-connected data platform enables real-time alerts and temperature records audit with ease. So SenzMate Polar received the Commonwealth Digital Health Awards by connecting 3,000 plus cold storage and transportation points around the world and protecting millions of dollars worth of vaccination in the pandemic situation. So far, we have seen what we have done. So I'd like to highlight three major components, especially what we are currently working on. Hospitals across the country, this is typically a manual task, especially like improving patient handoff between nurses and doctors. So we're working with generative AI for that, where nurses communicating things like patients' vital lab results, patients' concerns, or overall responses to the treatment to help incoming nurses to get more speed understanding. Healthcare is exploring how generative AI systems like paraphrasing with natural language processing technologies and MedPalm LLM libraries can help promote continuously or standardize the automated process with consistency and patient safety and clinical quality, and save a lot of time in terms of documenting the handoff documents from one person to another nurse. So the second area we're working on, AI-powered front desk assistant. So imagine a world where a front desk at your doctor office is not just efficient, but it's effortless. Patient breeze through check-in forms filled automatically, and staff free from repetitive tasks to focus on what truly matters. Patient care, this is like future promising by AI-powered front desk assistants. AI-powered assistants basically it's become a reality, and it's a technology advance AI more sophisticated, and we can expect this assistant to handle even more complex tasks, such as training the patients based on symptoms and urgency, providing basic medical advices and guidelines, integrating with wearable and other health resources to understand more and guide the process to automate it. The third area we're working on, enabling computer vision and embedded AI to existing medical resources, such as what we are explaining the computer vision side of it, or embedded AI side of it. We extract, measure annotations from analog gauges and X-ray machines, ultrasonic devices, or image equipments like MRI, without covering new digitally connected smart OEM machines. We are applying existing system with external camera-based or computer vision-based hardware, which can translate the entire interface into a digital form, just exactly what the OEM machines can do. So the future is limitless with AI. I would like to ask Ruben to talk more about our technology and why SenzMate could be your partner in digital adaptation. Thank you so much for listening. Ruben, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I think you have got the idea of the market, and then what are the technologies we have been developing, because we wanted to focus on giving you real life example and real how we have collaborated with various customers of ours across the global. But to summarize all the technology we have worked on it, we put this slide together. If you look at it, what is the unique value of the SenzMate team is we build from our hardware and engineering capability, and then data science and software capability with AI experience. We have put everything together. So if you look at it, we were trying to put all these logos, what we have worked on it. If you look at it from the embedded AI system, there are so many different, device vendors and, devices available in the market. And our team is capable of programming, designing, and developing that. Then you go into the vision, because vision is the first way of this AI, AI wave. And we have done work on that, and some of the example Miller has given. And for that, what are the, because we don't go and innovate all the underlying technologies, we utilize existing technology which has been, researched, developed, and published. And our team can take those technology and develop a product for you. And then, last year with ChatGPT and OpenAI, the generative AI become very key to developing new technology. In that, the OpenAI and those are for consumer-facing part of it, but there are so many public and private large language model which is available for medtech and healthcare area. So where our team has the capability on that. And then on top of that, the big data analytics and presenting this data, and we have been working on it for many years, so we can use so many of these existing platform and tie it together. Finally, how do you present those results to the user or the consumer or the operator? So we have a team of a team which have developed multiple apps to develop all that. So if you put these two together, but I have been talking to many different people in Silicon Valley. There are people who have experience in software side or AI side. There are people experience on device side. What we provide is collaboration and to build from the foundational technologies from hardware and software and build a solution which we can go and provide it to you. Into the next slide. So as I said, our technology has so much, our team has so much experience on this one, and we have already developed this solution and partnered with many of these customers in US, UK, Canada, Australia, as well as multiple Asian countries to be able to provide this our solution and our team. And what we have learned is because of this collaborative natures of the team having the hardware, embedded software, and AI experience, we are able to deliver this solution at least about 35% faster than when you go and work with different teams. And other one is we have growing significantly. We have now 100 plus AI, ML, full stack software developers, as well as the IoT engineers, and we are growing rapidly. And so that is where, if you want to look for some team to augment your existing team, and like a couple of projects which we have been working with a couple of US customers, and rather than going and taking the full project, they have their own team. They have, for example, vision, or they're looking at developing a specific solution. We have worked with them to augment their team. On the other hand, there are customers who have asked for the full solution, and we have developed that prototype, and like Yogo Health, and then we productize that one. And what is most important out of that one is the technology you get out of that. You get about 20% improvement on the performance. And so, call to action. What can we do here, and how we can collaborate together? And hopefully we have given you information on what are the areas we can do, what are the capability technologies we have. And so what you can do is schedule a consultation with us, and we will be sending out this information to you, and you will be able to we can provide a 1-hour consultation to you to start a project. And then in situation where, since we have a platform and we can quickly put together MVP for you, you will be able to collaborate and get some results out of that. And by doing that, you can get your project get started. Digitization can be get into that quickly, and then you can improve your compliance, governance, management because of our experience we have. And hopefully this will bring more revenue to you, as well as you can easily scale your team without spending significant amount of money on these projects. So as we mentioned, and I'm in US based, as well as we have team of people across the globe, and we have our majority of the team is in Sri Lanka, and we have a UK presence also. And on top of that, we have our partners here, Alan and Bhupinder, and they are here to help us get into some of the customers who are looking for this kind of digitization and AI, IoT technology into that. So we have so many opportunity here. We have team ready to go, and the next step would be to reach out to us, and we want to jump in and get going on your next project. I think that's the last one, correct?
Yes. Thank you so much, Ruben. And so as from SenzMate, for all the participants, we do have a small perk. So within 24 hours, you will receive all these videos and the slides what we have presented. And all the participants will have a 1-hour customized, tailored session with office hour sessions with us to identify where you can start your first digitization into a healthcare industry. Especially this session will lead to a pro bono based free MVP if you engage on a limited scale prototype to develop your first initiative. So we will be reaching you through email, so we can take the conversation forward. So it's we have 10 more minutes. We are more than happy to answer any questions if you have. Yes. Yes, Kimberly. So I think Hansi, you can list out all the questions if you have, and if anyone want to ask any question, you can raise your hand, ask Kimberly. So our team will be give you access for you. Thank you.
There was a question from Kimberly. Was he allowed?
Yes, Kimberly, you are on contributor right now. You can open up your mic and shoot your questions. Thank you.
While we are waiting for Kimberly, if anyone else have any question, you can put it in the chat box.
Yeah, or in the Q&A.
In your Q&A section. And we are very eager to answer your question because this is very exciting for us. And I think, this is a very, the timing of this one, everything is, coming together from technology and, from a technology point of view and the need point of view from the medical and the aging population. So it's so key for us to address this market, and we will be able to provide solution for your companies to address this market. Looks like Kimberly was not able to ask the question. I don't know if you can write, or anyone else have any questions or any comment? And again, as we spoke, Miller and myself, you can connect us through LinkedIn, as well as you will have our contact information also as we sent out this deck. So please feel free to reach out to us, and we will be able to answer your question or connect with the right people.
Yes, Vijay. There's a question from Vijay. Yes. Okay. Now, Vijay, you are allowed to participate.
Yeah, if you can unmute.
Yeah, sorry. I just had a question. Did we have a recording of this that we can review?
Yes, Vijay, we do. So within 24 hours, you will be receiving the video recording. At the same time, the perks, what I mentioned about the calendar links where you can sign up for a 1 hour session with us to have a discussion detail.
Okay.
And hopefully you signed. I mean, again, it's important for you to sign up for this session. If you did,
Yes, I did.
Okay, then you should be able to. Thank you.
And one other question is, have you had any, clients from Canada or in Toronto from a healthcare provider?
Yes, we do have, especially one of the demonstration what I have showed the hygienic band, which is a Canadian client base we worked on. And we do have a couple of more clients, especially on generative AI, which we currently work on US and Canada based market spaces.
Exactly. I think the one to add to also is, Vijay, I think we are working with US customers as well as Canadian as well as UK, and they have been the interesting thing is that, for example, Yogo, the US customer, but they have India, they have Canadian, and they have multiple country presence. So we work to collaborate with them on that.
Okay.
And I think in the important point also, a lot of you are looking at it. We gave some example, but our capability is we understand the healthcare, we understand the medtech very well. But on the other side of it, the technology side of it, we have generative AI, we have AI, IoT, all this knowledge. So it is not limited to what we presented or what are the market. So if you come up with a new idea, because I am a startup guy, I built a couple of companies, and what is the uniqueness is how do you compete with the big giants? You come up with some little bit different idea, but you need to prototype, you need to do MVP, you need to do and trial and error with different ideas. So that's where our team comes in, because we are very, very agile team of, we will assign a couple of people, start with, and then we will expand into that. So that way you will be able to build your product or even prototype quickly and without spending so much money, because currently AI and generative AI engineers are very, very expensive in US, Canada, and Western countries. So we have resources which is very quite affordable, and they will be, they can help you build that.
Mhm. Just one last question on that point to make is, do you have a particular um, a platform or a technology that can work towards caregiver and caretaker to interact? One of the challenging is that we do have apps that we give it to the caretaker and caregiver. So if the caregiver or the receiver have different type of devices, then it's a challenge that the software may not work as intended. So that's why just around that, if there's a solution around that.
Definitely, Vijay. We do have a similar platform we're working on at the moment, especially on healthcare centers of elders care homes. We
Yes.
work on multiple platforms,
Mm.
which is on personal note taking, everyday basis record gathering about observations and their medication
Yes.
plans and so on. And there are three set of people, individuals who are working on one, the daily laborers who support them in terms of changing the bed pads to taking them to in medications and all. They keep a record by simple inputs. They are not capable of medically trained or anything. They just do some services. Then the second layer is the nurses. They, by looking at what are the care being given, they will document those process. So then there's another clinician who comes and make these nurse rough notes, basically like a draft, and turn that into a very detailed medical records for whenever the patient handoff happens. So we collect all three components. We try to integrate with existing platform like PCR or EMR, LMRs, for an example. But we're currently building our standalone platform with MedPalm to automate the entire process and cleaning and paraphrase the record keeping of day-to-day activities done for individual elders. So there are plenty of applications we're working in the elders care home, especially in UK at this moment.
I see. Okay.
We can definitely have a detailed discussion, Vijay.
Correct,
After.
correct. I think
Yeah.
it's important to look at it is, we have the new platform we are building, but we are trying to make sure that we don't go and everyone has to redo and change everything existing. So how do we make sure the existing solution, existing platform come together and provide additional intelligence for the caregivers?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Vijay. Anyone else has any questions?
I think we are on time and we had a fantastic session. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating and actively asking questions. And as we promised, we will reach you out with our perks, and at the same time, follow-up email will be reach you out soon. Thank you so much and have a great evening, have a great day, and so on. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a nice day. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.